We're live. Sort of.
No one's gotten notified yet.
Nobody? Okay.
Well, we're 3 minutes early. Just got notified.
It's 6:59.
Just got notified.
BDK said hi.
Hi. Hi, DDK.
Hi. Mountain Laurel, hello. Hello, Mountain Laurel. Oh, boy. Give everyone a chance to kind of show up. Don't have what?
The other person.
There's Phil. Charlie
Hey, Phil.
Ford.
Hey, Charlie.
Everybody's just coming for dessert is what it is. No, I think I'm done fooling with that.
Happy Sunday night, everybody.
Yeah, Sunday night. Sunday. We got 8 people here. There's Mary Dever. Hi, Mary.
Hi, Mary.
Hi, Randy. Steve Moran. All right.
Randy? Mary.
Very rich.
Like, I don't see Randy. What's for dessert?
Poison. No.
He's diabetic, remember? He can't have dessert.
Yeah, no having fun when you're me.
Hey, Mark.
Mark is here. Everyone, you have to be good tonight because there was...
Randy's checking someone in. Okay.
There was a nice lady that, I believe it was the lady, that wrote about gate guarding. She watched one of our videos and really enjoyed it. So I invited her to be on here, but so everybody has to be good. Tired.
Hey, Mary, are they still fracking on that gate? Hey, Rosebud. Hi, Diana. Hi, Brad.
Hey, guys. I guess they're not fracking.
Hey, Jason. How's kimchi coming? I believe. Okay. Living a narrow life. Hey, welcome. That's 2 that I've not seen on here, I don't think, before. Thank you for popping on and saying hi.
Yeah. Was Rosebud, did I send you the message today? I forgot the name, but I answered. They said a thing about a gate guarding, one of the gate guarding videos. Right. So if you have any questions too about gate guarding, you can always ask.
We have all kinds of answers.
These Sunday nights are just kind of where we let everybody
free for
all, man. Q&A and
Mary Catherine Breeze. So no.
We go back to our schedule in the morning.
Oh, that's right, because you guys were doing. Oh man, you guys were doing 12.
Oh yeah. Oh wow.
But I thought that was only supposed to be till Thursday.
Yeah, but you make that extra 100.
Yeah, but what happened?
Taco Bell last night, and I've been fracking all day. Yep.
Taco Bell last night. Mark.
Family funeral. We won't be able to
Wow.
hang out tonight, spending time with family. See you all next week. All right. Well, hey, thanks for coming on. Letting us know. We hope things go well for you.
Sorry about the funeral.
It's rough.
So much of that this year. Yeah. So much of it.
I think there's a lot more people passing away than they want us to believe. Someone had trouble, had to get another, yeah.
Okay. Boy, that's been a rough week.
Yeah, they know better than to call us.
Thank God you guys are almost done, huh, Mary?
That Colorado gate's one rough gate. And we got a thumbs up. All right, thank you.
Thank you, Cupcake.
I'm going to make easy kimchi tomorrow. Okay.
Cool. You should make a video. I'd love to watch it. Just me. Just me. I just want to watch it. Because their channel's not public.
No.
2 weeks, Mary. Awesome.
Well, you know, I always tell people the best day of gate guarding is the day you leave. So, I mean, you know, the thing about gate guarding is you make good money. You have no expenses, really. You really don't get to go out and spend too much money. Of course, on that gate you can. But,
yeah, when you're working 8, not 12.
Yeah. But it's still, after you've been there for a while,
it's time to go.
When it's time to go. It's like can't come soon enough. Yeah. So we actually sped ours up with about 12 days early.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Something like that in that neighborhood.
Which was good. Fireworks is a whole different thing.
I enjoy fireworks.
Yeah, it's very, very laid back.
Yeah.
Well, except for about a week and a half. And it's kind of got a fast pace.
Honestly, there's probably about 3 days that are slamming.
Yeah.
The other ones are busy, but they're not like, pull my hair out.
Ronald Silva's here.
Hey, Ronald. How long do you usually spend gate guarding? Well, normally they require 30 days. But yeah, they usually do 3 months.
And the reason is because, you know, to really make it worth your while, if you do 3 months, you leave with a pretty decent chunk of money. It's been a long week waiting for tonight's live stream. The stream didn't start here till right at 8 p.m.
Right, because we're central.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's 8 o'clock for.
It's 7 o'clock for us here.
It's 8 o'clock for Eastern. Well, we're glad you're here. Do they only have gate guards when they are drilling?
No, they have gate guards when they're drilling, when they're fracking, and then a lot of times
rigging up and rigging down.
A lot of times they just have people on the gate when production's going. So
yeah. They also have gates where they guard pipe, equipment. You know, where they're not doing anything, they're just storing stuff.
We had a friend who was on. They were on George Strait's ranch in Big Wells. Yeah, for 5 years.
Cookie Monster's over here snoozing.
Yeah. He's not been a real happy little boy this week.
Why is that?
Well, we got...
No one's even asked.
Hi, guys, football fans.
Hey, Ruben, 4749.
Sunday night football later. Okay. Used to be a big football fan, but after the third strike, I became not a football fan.
Hey, Amanda.
Well, we bought a car, and the idea behind this car, and it took us what, probably a month of researching. Took us 2 weeks of going and looking, and the last couple of days was over 2,000 miles, and we bought a car just by chance. It wasn't a pre-planned thing. We had all these stops. There'll be some video of what happened.
There it is.
And we got a 2015 Cadillac SRX. Charlie and Diane are on. You see that?
Hey, Charlie and Diane.
Anyway,
welcome.
Something really bad happened already, though. I've kind of fallen in love with this car. And
So the idea was we were going to buy it and flip it, and then buy another one and flip it, and buy another one and flip it, so we don't have to go back down and gate guard.
But it's absolutely amazing. It's just an amazing car to drive. It's very kickback.
It's super comfortable.
It's smooth. It's comfortable.
Got everything on it you can think of.
Yeah, and it has a lot of miles. But the person that had it before mainly drove highways and spilled coffee, is what I think that we spent 2 days cleaning the interior, and I probably sucked about 4 gallons of coffee out of that carpet.
Like green machine carpet cleaners, portable thing.
It's a carpet
it's not
rug
a
doctor.
Rug doctor.
And
it works good, especially in the RV. You know, we have a dog.
And yeah, when you have a dog in an RV, rug doctors, man.
Good to have.
But anyway, there's been a couple. Who's that? There's been a couple of. It's my brother. So I got to turn on. Don't bother. There we go. Anyway, it had a tire that was burning a little bit on the right front. I thought. I took it in. We took it in and had him check the alignment. And while it was up in the air, I got underneath it. It's got 180,000 miles on it. This car does not drop and drip any oil. I mean, it is completely dry.
Wants to know, does it have a salvage title?
No salvage title.
Those kind of freaked us out after we started. We did look at a couple that were salvage titles, and
well, I'd have to be under this chair if I bought a salvage title. You guys would rip me up.
They were massive pieces of junk.
And
they really were. We
actually went. I'll tell you the story. I found this car online, and I don't know. I think they took pictures of a different car and put those pictures on. And we went down to Dallas, Texas, and there's like within the city limits of Dallas, there's like a little city of like chop shops.
It's like one boulevard. Yeah.
And they have these rows on either side in this one facility. There's a bunch of facilities, but this one must have had, what do you think, 30 or 40 doors?
I mean, and it's like they're tilt ups.
Yeah.
You know, they're
steel buildings.
Okay, whatever. But you can rent one space, you know, and they were all full.
Anyway, it's they have a AC guy, and they have an alignment guy, and they have all kinds of different stuff. But mainly what they do is they've got these big storage yards, and they bring these wrecked cars in, and they chop them out. Then and they take parts off of this one, and they make that one.
Out of a bunch of
and so we had to tour this whole thing, and we're coming out, and I finally found where we needed to go. And this guy, I mean, he was nice and everything. Well, I saw the car.
Also, you guys will be interested to know we did get a Carfax.
Yeah.
I know Ruben's saying you can plug in the VIN number.
Yeah, we did that too. But this is before that. And I walked up and I looked at this car, and there was no place on this car that wasn't messed up, damaged. The wheel, it looked like somebody had, like, you know, when you have a lathe and you take a sharp tool and you're chopping, you know, cutting, making a bowl or something. That's what the wheel looked like. And I walked all the way around this car, and this guy comes running out. You know, I talked to him. He goes, "Okay, I got the key." He goes, "Here, you can take it for a drive." And I go, "Dude," I don't even want to sit in this car. I didn't
look at it. I sat in the truck, and he got back in the truck, and he goes, I said, "Do you want me to look at it?" He said, "No."
No, it looked like somebody had put a screwdriver in their back pocket and then sat in every seat, poked holes in the seats.
I'm thinking ex-wife.
Yeah, and it smelled like it was a chicken coop at one time. So I mean, this car had so many negatives. So anyway, I said, okay. And you have to kind of get a feel for where we were at that point. It was like we were done. We were not
So
gonna
good.
go that day. We just said, okay, we'll just
It was raining like crazy here.
yeah. It was pouring here, but it wasn't there.
Right.
And so it kind of let up, and I told her, I said, well, let's go down because the price is really good on it. Well, I know why, because it was junk. It was absolutely junk, and it had a salvage title. And he goes, I can get you a clean title. I can do this. I can do all this stuff. Anyway, I said, no, thanks, man. So um, we left. We pulled out and we made a right turn, and we should have gone left, but for some stupid reason, we were trying to figure out where to go. So I made a right. We got down the street, and I look over and I see this car that we got. And I told her, I said, there's the car. I want right over there. And this other car was a 2010. This one we have is 2015. So we drove around the block, and I said, well, we need to film all this because it's like crazy. So we came back around, and we were filming, and we drove past this place again, and we filmed, and then we turned around and came back filming, and then I pulled into out front of the place, and I walked in and started talking to well, first I walked in there, I started looking at the car, and it looked pretty good. I mean, it's got some little things on it, but 95% of them are fixed.
Yeah.
We used to have automotive detail shops, and I mean, I've been able to fix the paint, and
so it's got a big screen, touch screen, and it was shattered.
Right there, grab it. We'll show them that.
I don't know if they'll be able to see it, but it was shattered.
So anyway, to start with, we had a bad tire.
Right.
The tire had been burning a little bit, and I took this car over. They put it on the rack. I went underneath it. The car looked beautiful underneath. No oil leaks, nothing. I mean, the car, and all the guys were standing there going, dude, this is a really nice car. And I said, yeah, we just got it. And he goes, man, this is really nice. So I had people interested in the car right then. Anyway, I decided to get, because it's only like this much of the edge of the tire is kind of like got that curved look.
Yeah.
But I told her, I said, we're going to put a new tire on it. So anyway, it'll be here. The tires are English.
We had them rotated.
Yeah, we had them rotated. They checked the four-wheel alignment. I saw someone ask, it's not the all-wheel drive.
Right,
it's a front-wheel drive. It's got the one car I was looking at had the 3.0 liter, which are known to go about 150 to 200,000 miles. This one has the 3.6, and people say they go 300,000 miles all the time. It's not a big deal for these cars.
So someone also asked, well, will he be doing the work on it? I mean, the hope is drive it a little bit, but then to sell it and let it be someone else's maintenance.
I'd actually like to be honest with you, I'd like to find another car that we can work on and keep this one.
There are things that we will do. Definitely detailing it brings it so much new life if you just clean it.
Yeah, it looks beautiful. Looks pretty.
Now, like the tire, we'll get that replaced, and the screen that was shattered.
So this,
I don't know if you could be able to really tell.
It's got a digital screen, and this is a very common thing.
There.
I can't see it. Can you see it?
For sure, they can see it.
Okay, well,
yeah, it's all shattered on the one
I
side.
can't see it. Yeah, it's right here.
Right
this right here
on
the screen.
I'm pretty sure.
So and what it did, the screen was locked up. You couldn't
do anything with it.
Yeah,
it's like got gel or something in it, and they're known for this. Like the temperature, the hot and cold and stuff like that, just of regular.
We looked at another car that had this problem, and the kid, who was a really nice guy, he goes, I got a whole nother radio we'll just swap you for it, but you'll have to take it out and put it back in. Well, I took it all out, tore it all down, disassembled everything, and replaced that screen. And at the car dealer, I asked them what it would run. The people where we bought it, they said it would run about $800 to have that replaced. So I bought the screen for $30 and put it in. What, a couple hours.
We also bought another key fob because it only came with one. They sent us the wrong one.
Sent us the wrong one. It's for like a Jeep or something.
We're waiting on the other one to come.
So yeah, we want to spare on those. But everything works now. Everything in the car works beautiful. Yeah. And it just drives like a dream. And the biggest problem with this car is not that it's broke, anything's broken on it. It's figuring out how to work it. It's got a book on it. It's about that thick, and I'm telling you, man, we've been. I said, well, how to do? Couldn't figure out how the cruise control worked, and then I kept playing with it. All of a sudden, it started working, and she goes, "You got it."
He goes, I have no idea. So
I just sat there and just kept doing the buttons until all of a sudden, wham! Okay, now I got that, and today I figured out another thing. You got this little thing in your pocket. Remote, and I've been taking it out and hitting unlock the doors to get in.
When you walk away, it locks.
And then when you walk away, it locks. So the thing is if you have it in the pocket, there's like a little tiny button in the door handle. And you push that, and it unlocks the door, and you get in. So, I mean, it's just got all kinds of little.
The key fob still has to be within proximity.
You got to have it with.
Yeah. So not just anybody can walk up and do that.
So it's got Sirius radio. It's got, I mean, everything it's all working. So.
Phil says, thank goodness you did the right thing, Pastor Bob Salvage Title. Like I previously said, there's too many unknowns, seeing parts from various vehicles and some stolen.
Well, you know what I found?
Anybody else having problems with buffering, guys? I know Mountain Laurel said there's some. And Ruben. Here's one of the websites on the VIN, but it didn't come through.
No. Well, I think that what happened is.
To know that because we are going to do this again.
What happened is we looked at that car, and I worked a pretty good deal on it. We were $500 away at that moment from making a deal, and we had another place to go. The guy had a couple of cars.
Like 35 minutes away.
So we went and got Jack in the Box. And while we were getting Jack in the Box, I went on Amazon and I found those screens for $30. So I go, okay, so that's cool. And there's videos on how to do it. I go, all right, okay, we'll get this done. So we left, we go to this other place, and on the way to this other guy, I go, oh, check that out. It was Grease Monkey Garage. And so he was right down the. Well, I used to. Yeah, I don't see him anymore. But he did have a YouTube channel, but I haven't seen that either. But yeah, I went down the road. We went to this guy's place, and
the car that he showed on Marketplace, he did not have.
He didn't
but it's
have.
still on Marketplace. That's his bait. And then when you get there, he switches.
So he's trying to sell me
I sold that one.
This red car, and the paint is peeling off of it all over. He said he put a new motor in it. I go, what, a rebuild? He goes, well, no, a used one out of a junkyard. The car didn't have that many miles, but and the engine he put in. One trick you can see is when you pull the dipstick out, you'll find sometimes a little hot, crusty spot on the dipstick, and that'll tell you the car's either overheated or ran hot or had some kind of a problem. So I told him, I said, "Do you see this?" And he didn't. Then he was just wanting me to leave. He didn't really want to mess with it. He had another one that he goes, well, that one over there, or that. It was 2010. I said, I don't want a 2010.
Not only that, but the whole sunroof. It's got a front seat and back seat sunroof. Like the whole entire front and back seat. The sunroof goes all the way to the back. And it looked like pea stains up there from a big leak. So, it's not good.
Ours doesn't leak. So, That cover's good.
Mark says, I know what you mean. My new Hyundai has everything electronic. Bill's favorite, though. What's your favorite thing that it does when you're backing up?
When you're backing up, if there's a car near you or something, it vibrates your butt. The seat does, and it's got little warnings on the mirrors when a car's coming up alongside. If you'll see like a little yellow flash in the mirror. I mean, this thing has so many little things it does. And then I found another button for controlling the back tailgate, and that was another problem. Another car had the tailgate didn't open. So anyway, this car, basically the tire and screen and sucking about 2 gallons of coffee out of the carpet.
Coffee in the back. We know it was a she because we got the title.
Yeah, and
coffee in the back, all over, and coffee up on the console,
and all the little hardware things. And they don't come with a spare tire; they come with a pump. So probably have to put one of those plug kits in that car. But they don't. None of them have a spare tire. It's like something they don't do. That's another reason why I want to change that
thanks
tire.
for weighing in on whether or not you're buffering, guys.
We okay?
Mountain Laurel's doing better at receiving signal.
Yeah, Ronald.
Yeah, no.
I'm a car guy, and I mean, Darla and I met at a Pontiac dealership. She was a cashier, and I was a service writer. And I had worked at Ford, and I worked at Oldsmobile. I was actually a service manager at a Cadillac dealer in 1983. And then we went into we had our electronics business. We did that. And then when that started going south, I just went full time into them. I was doing motorcycles kind of more as a hobby than a real business. And then when the Chinese were allowed to dump electronics in this country, I went full in on the motorcycles and did that. We did that for 22 years. So anyway, I've always been kind of a gearhead guy. Like I say, I used to have a side hustle when I was a young guy, and I detailed cars and I painted cars and stuff like that. I mean, lacquer paint jobs. I did all that kind of stuff. So painted a few cars, painted a lot of motorcycles, but I painted a few cars. And this one here, it had some gobbledygook in it, but I looked at it. I told her, I said, I could fix it. I've already fixed it. It looks really good. Yeah, I mean, I told her if we decide to keep it long term, I might repaint that whole car. But the thing is, it's got this really beautiful pinstripe on the side with a Cadillac emblem in it. So
you're not going to get that back.
It would really bum me out to take that off of there. So.
I did get that website. Thank you very much, Ruben. I'll keep that handy because it's going to be something that we'll use again. But like I said, we did get the Carfax on it. We requested that they print that off for us, and they did.
Yeah, the Cadillac back in the early '80s. You know, when the salesman sold the car, everybody stood there and waved goodbye, and the people were all happy, and they would wave goodbye. And I just pray they were able to get on the freeway on ramp without. So, and I'll tell you what, not every time, but once in a while, we get a brand new car coming on the hook, and it used to drive me crazy, man. They were just throwing cars out there.
I don't know about this, Mark.
What?
He says you can go to Walmart, somebody parks too close to you, you're going to back the car off and get in. That's supposed to be, you back the car up without being in it. You can do that.
No, it starts. I can start it from here.
I don't think on this one you can do that.
No.
Thank you, Ruben. I do
not
appreciate
a
that. It's just one more tool in the chest, you know, to help us be able to try to do this and not get suckered.
Well, what was weird is we left this guy's where he's trying to sell me this red car, and he had another one. He had 2 flats. And it was like, he was a nice guy, but I just told him, I said, when you get some more cars, let me know. We're probably going to need another one. So we left and we went by and we were going by Monster Garage and we were going slow and I was looking and Richard Rollins came out and was walking by and looked over at us and it was kind of cool. But, you know, I mean, he made it when he had that show going, there's a little garage and he still has that little garage and he made it sound like they moved like a couple of blocks away. Well, it was just right next door. It wasn't that big.
He just expanded.
Yeah, he just basically, and then he's got a bar on the other side of that.
Ruben says you must have been extremely busy as a service manager for GM in the 80s.
Yeah, that's why I was talking about that. Yeah. But anyway, so we went back to this place, and I was talking to the owner's nephew, and he was in his like 27 or 28 years old, something like that, Daniel. And they're all Hispanic. They spoke Spanish and English, but I mean, they were Americans. I mean, they weren't like from illegals or anything. But anyway, I got out and came back, and I said, "Is Daniel here?" And they, "Oh yeah, I get him." And he comes out, and I said, "Well, I had taken the car for a drive, and I said, I'd like Darla to drive the car." And he says, "Oh yeah, sure, okay, hang on." So he went and got it and came back, and we went for a drive, and she loved it. And we came back in, and I said, I'll tell you what, I'll give you the $7,500. That's how much you wanted for it. I shouldn't say that. I blew that, huh? Anyway, well, you just cut that.
I don't edit.
Anyway, so we. I told him, I said, I'll tell you what, I'll take care of that screen if you give us a Carfax. And he goes, okay, I'll do that. It costs you more for the Carfax than it did for us.
Probably not for him.
I don't know. It's like $45 or something.
For you.
Anyway, so he got it, and we got to look it all over, and it had some like parking lot damage and stuff over the years, but nothing serious.
It does have one dent in the driver's side door.
Yeah, but it didn't do the paint.
May or may not fix that. I don't know.
If I do that, then I might have to paint it. So I don't. It doesn't even bother me. It doesn't even. I mean, if you're looking for it, you'll find it. But if you're not looking for it, really the car the way it is and for what we would sell it for, would be a smoking deal. That car, I've been looking everywhere, and they average between the low end 12,000 with that mileage on it, $12,000 to 20 grand. I was just blown away, and the car just runs perfect. I think that thing will run over another 100,000 miles.
So quiet. I mean, we've been in a truck for 606, so we're used to a truck. That car, man, it's just silent in there. It's really nice.
It drives good. Transmission works good. It's 6-speed automatic and everything.
I drove it back from Dallas, and he drove the truck back. So that was a long haul.
Yeah, and we stopped in and out, and then on the way back we got. It was really dark coming home, and she kept slowing down.
Well, there was some kind of film on the inside of it, and every time a truck would come, it was like I had major glaucoma. I couldn't see anything, so I just had to look at the white line because it just made such a terrible glare, whatever was on the inside of that windshield.
Well, Johnny's here, and Lonely Hitchhiker Kent.
Hey, Yanni.
Howdy.
Hey, Lonely Hitchhiker Kent.
So.
All is good. All is good.
Yeah. I think I don't know whether there's other guys out there like this, but I mean, I'm getting old and it's hard for me to do stuff, but
hey, Rhonda.
I love it. I always love working on stuff and getting the tools out. And I have a detail shop in this motorhome. I've had to fix the paint on the motorhome a bunch of times. We got caught in a hailstorm there in Colorado, and the whole freaking side of the motorhome was all chipped up
There's
from
like
this
one
hail.
little ledge on the top of a molding, and it just chipped all the paint off.
So I touched it all up, and I'll tell you what, you'd be hard pressed. I mean, I can get after it with some real fine wet sandpaper, and get it all smoothed out real good, and hit it with a buffer, and it'll come out. It'll look like no one would ever be able to tell. But I don't know if I even want to get that crazy because
I'm Richard White.
It looks great.
So no, it was not with sales tax because that was Texas, and it's going to have to be registered here in Arkansas. So they said no. So we'll take care of that here.
We haven't done it yet.
That's another reason why we want to just pass it along, so we don't have to pay the tax. Someone else, whoever buys it, will.
We have a 60-day plate too. So the thing is, right now is just having insurance. So we have insurance on it, full coverage. So that was another thing, that getting a salvage title could cause problems. Although I've talked to people that say it's no problem getting full coverage service, full coverage insurance on it, but they're going to do it for a less amount. So I think we did good the way we bought it, and I think at this point, I would think we've talked about it. We probably I'd ask 11 grand for it. I'd take, if somebody offered me 10.5, I'd take it. But we've done a lot of work on it since we've had it, so that would be a pretty decent chunk of money. But I don't know. Like I say, I'd like to get another one and see if we can get one that's even close to this one. And if we can, get it all cherried out, and I think we could sell. I mean, just driving around, people are talking. We can see people really checking it out hard. But this thing is just beautiful. It really is. The interior, it's black, but it's got this like brown and tan interior, and then it's got cherry wood on it. So it's, of course, it's not real, but it looks. You're sitting in that driver's seat. It just looks so awesome, man. And hey,
just the two of us. Welcome. Carlos and Linda, they're heading south in 2 weeks.
There you go.
Awesome.
They tell you that the car will get 16 or 17 around town and 24 on the highway, and they say the average fuel economy is around 20. And I've been maintaining 25 miles to a gallon.
24 was average. So you've been doing better than that.
No, they say 20. And I've been doing between 20